porn category?
Oh, that shit depends. I'm like a binge porn person. Like I might want to watch gay porn for a couple of months. I might want to watch DP. It's like, I feel like porn for me, like it like I might start out watching like girls with big clits getting their coochie ate. That's something that I like to watch. Girls with big clits or whatever, that turns me on. But it'll like,
You say big clits or big tits?
big clitorises.
Okay.
You know? But
With big clits, okay.
that like, okay, so one time I'm watching that, and then I like stumble across this video where, and you know, I really need to educate myself on this, because every time I start talking about this I get super nervous. Trans, okay? It went from like, I'm looking up these big clit videos, and I stumble across this video where it looks like this woman has this clit that is like so big, like it looks like a dick, okay? And like it's so hard. It's a white girl too. It's so hard to see, and it's like vintage porn. Like the clit looks long enough to be a woman sucking it. And what turns me on about it is like, it just seems like this clit is like super duper sensitive, you know? Like it literally, like, you know how when you pull the skin back on a clit, like how it just looks so sensitive or whatever. So anyways, so that video, I masturbate to that video for like a couple of weeks, and then it like graduates to more actual transvestite, because that woman, or I feel like that person is an actual woman. She just has an extremely crazy clit. But that it like graduates to chicks with dicks. That's how I'm gonna say it, just chicks with dicks. Now I like watching chicks with dicks because I like the way that they hump. Like it's different than like the way that actual men hump. So yeah, so that's another porn category. Like it just kind of like, that's how my porn desire works or whatever. I don't have like an actual.
So what's your favorite type of content to make?
Sucking.
Okay.
I love doing sucking content.
So you would consider yourself a throat goat?
Yes.
Okay.
Not self-proclaimed. That's what everyone considers.
I mean, because I've heard, you know, of several young ladies, you know, calling themselves the throat goat. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming this is like a popular phrase if you're good at giving oral sex, or like a popular term.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Lots of throat goats.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. So Jasamine Banks is a goat throat.
I'm a goat throat.
A throat
Necatron.
Goat. Is it throat goat or
what? The goat of throat goat.
I'm confused.
Goated throat, whatever.
Huh?
I am Necatron.
Oh, right, so Necatron.
Nectimus Prime.
Okay. So what is it that you enjoy the most about giving oral?
I love a man's like reaction to it. Like, I love a man who just acts like I am taking his entire soul with my mouth. Yeah. I'm a giver, you know. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
And how long have you been creating content?
I've been creating content since about October of 2018. Okay. I think that's when I made my OnlyFans, 2018 of October.
So do you work with like production companies, or do you do your own? Like, how does that work?
I have worked with Ricky Behavior.
Okay.
Which we shot a scene for Babes, but he shot it. So like, I guess sometimes when creators have affiliation with bigger production companies, they can shoot their own scene with the hopes that these bigger production companies pick it up. And I think that that's what we did. And he, you know, I don't know, but it ended up on Babes, the one that me and Ricky did. And then yeah, I kind of consider Ricky a production company. I've shot twice with him.
Right. That's Ricky's Room, right?
I'm sorry.
It's called
Ricky's Room. Right. Yes, Ricky's Room.
Right.
I don't think I've shot with any other production company that I can think of right now.
So you haven't had like too many like on set type of.
No.
You know, like no brazers and nothing like that, right?
No.
So your content for the most part is between you and whatever male you choose?
True.
Okay.
Yep.
How do you pick your male talent?
So I will work with someone that has a following that I want to infiltrate or whatever. I work with guys that I find sexually attractive, that look like their content turns me on. I work with creators that cater to the same thing that I cater to, so dick sucking. I work with guys that I have sex with in my personal life. And I don't know if this is a part of the question, but like I will let a guy book me for personal, like if it's just like a fan or you know something like that. But I don't do bookings where you can't book to shoot with me. Like I'm either gonna do a content trade or it's a personal booking where you can't record.
Okay, so you said you can't book to shoot with me.
Right.
Like, I can't book you to
You can't
shoot.
book me for a scene, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so why is that a no?
Because if you book me for a scene, I mean, don't get me wrong. If it's somebody who I want to work with, and you're willing to book me for a scene and let me own the content, then you know.
So, right. So you want the content.
Exactly, and that's why I only do content trades for content that I know I'm gonna post.
Okay. Okay, so that's interesting. So you're saying like no, like I can't tell. You know, there's no offer. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like if I say, you know, hey, you know, we want to shoot a scene with you, you know. Because I'm thinking if I pay you for you know, performing in the scene, you know, there's my content. Ain't that how it work?
I had a guy hit me up the other day who was saying, and this is somebody who I found attractive, and you know, I was considering doing this or whatever. He wanted to build his OnlyFans, and I have shot with smaller male creators, and I've had them tell me that I have, helped build their brand or whatever. So this guy hit me up, and he's like, do I think that he would do it? And I'm like, shit, yeah, you probably could or whatever. So I told him that for $10K, we can shoot, you know what I'm saying? And I would get some of the content because I would need to promote him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, $10,000 and you want to, and I can own the content. We both own the content. I promote you. I, teach you the ins and out or whatever. Like, I think that would be a good price, but that's not something that's not something I will offer to everyone though. Like, it would have to be somebody who, like, you can't just be somebody who I'm not attracted, someone who I find ugly or, like, you can't just be anybody. I can turn money down, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just like whatever comes to me, I'm taking. Yeah. But if it makes sense, I'm definitely
Well, that's interesting. Because when we was talking to Janice, she was down there offering me $2,500 to do a scene with her.
When I contract guys out, I pay guys to be on my camera. So now I'm at the point where I pay guys $2,500. In the beginning, the first time I paid a guy, it was $300. But every time my money goes up, I pay the guys more and more. You know what I mean? Just makes sense. Yes, they'll do it for free, but it's like I appreciate it. You know.
You know, but she keeping the content. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was, you know, kind of confused. Like, you know, if you paying for the scene, don't you keep the content? You know.
And I mean, yeah, I would expect if someone wanted, because at the end of the day, like, if you don't keep the content, then you're in competition. We're in competition with selling it. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's another reason why when I do content trades with other creators, we shoot 2 scenes.
Right.
So we're
one
not
for me, one for you.
Exactly. Right. So we're not in competition with each other. But it's too much. Like, I just can't see myself paying anybody to shoot because it's too many. Like, what?
Right.
Like, it's too much free dick out here. Like.
Right.
But you are worth it.
She like, you know, you got a following, you got, you know what I'm saying? She was kind of breaking it down.
So, okay, so like it wasn't like a no face, no case sort of thing.
Right. It ain't like
you gonna promote it and let everybody know that you in it and everything.
Right. It was gonna be DJU and Janice Hart.
Oh, yeah, see, Janice is smart.
Yeah. She almost had me.
Yeah, Janice is smart, you know. Because there is situations where that would work. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, shit, there's celebrities out here that I would pay to be in my content, but a lot of celebrities you can't. There's no amount of money that you can offer.
Cause like
for it to make sense.
Right. So let's talk about that. Right. Like you were just going viral, you know, with the football player, you know, from the Cowboys, right? And you know, like for yourself, if you was to do a scene with a fucking athlete, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit, you know, it'd go up. You know what I'm saying? So like it'd be like a, you know.
I feel like it'd be easier to do a scene with like a rapper,
right,
or you know, than an athlete.
Yeah, because they got more to lose for real, right?
Well, not even that. They have more people telling them what the fuck to do.
Right, that's what I mean. Like, you know.